Hey guys, Benny the Comicstorian here, and I see a lot of questions from newcomers to comic books in the comments of a lot of my videos. Things like, what is continuity, what is canon, what is a retcon, what's a reboot, a re-release, what is all of this terminology that people are using in the comic book world, and you want to be a part of the comic book world, so you want to know what we're talking about. Well, I thought it'd be fun to answer some of those questions and combine it with some interesting things I've got to unbox. This box contains, unless I'm completely wrong and this is a completely different thing that was sent to me, 4 skateboards with original art from Udon for the Street Fighter comic book series. Now, if you're interested in the Street Fighter comic book series, I'll put the link down below because we are covering those on our gaming channel. But once I explain to you what a retcon is, which is what today is, I'm going to open this up. The reason I wanted to explain retcon first and not open this up at the same time is because I can't focus on 2 things at once, and I'll just end up repeating myself 1,000 times. Now, a retcon is a change to the history of a character. That's the most basic way to say it. So let's imagine for a second the origin of Spider-Man. Spider-Man gets his spider powers, goes to do a wrestling gig, Uncle Ben gets shot, he decides that he's going to become a superhero. That's the story. Now, a retcon would be that story is still in canon, in continuity, it's still a part of the appropriate timeline, but we're going to change things. Like, if I were to tell you that he's no longer a wrestler, instead, Spider-Man went to go work at a frozen yogurt stand and failed to stop the bad guy from stealing his favorite French vanilla frozen yogurt, that would be a retcon. The original story is still there, Uncle Ben gets shot, but that's not a new origin, that's a retcon to the origin. Now, a great example of this happening in comic books right now is the Spider-Man series, Spidey. Now, we're unsure if this is retconning or they're just telling fun storylines. Marvel is keeping quiet on it. But if we do assume that it is retconning the original Spider-Man origins, that would mean that situations like when Spider-Man met Dr. Doom are completely different now. Or when he met Iron Man, they're completely different now. It's not a separate timeline, it's a retconned history. So now, Spider-Man met Iron Man and they fought against a villain, and he met Dr. Doom when Dr. Doom came into New York to get his hands on a painting. That is the retconned history of a superhero. Now, Marvel loves to do retcons because in Marvel, they never reboot, they never restart. What they do is they add to pre-existing history. So, for an example, Captain America had a storyline in which, he was in the World War II and then he got frozen, and then he went over and became the superhero that we know now. Well, in the original Captain America timeline, Captain America did not get frozen. Captain America actually went through World War II, and then he became a commie smasher fighting against the communist nation and all this other stuff. Well, communism angle didn't pan out very well. So Marvel retconned his origin, and they basically said that the communism fighting Captain America is a different guy. He's not actually Captain America. And the real Captain America was frozen in ice. That is a retcon to the existing timeline of Captain America. So when you hear me mention retcons, now I'm gonna choke. I can't say communism and I'm gonna choke here on the video. Anyway, when you hear me say things like retcon, that is me stating that what we are currently seeing is being added into his history. That is altering the past. It's not a new timeline, it's not a multiverse, it's not a new dimension. It is literally changing the core of the character. Now, a lot of people got really upset about that recently with the supposed retcons of Captain America making him a Hydra agent. Those are official retcons. They altered his history. Now, we could get follow-up retcons in which it's going to double retcon and get rid of that history. And if you want another great example, and you can watch this video on the channel right now, Tony Stark, we recently learned, is not actually the child of Howard Stark. That is in the secret origin of Iron Man. That is literally a retcon to his origin, which states that he's actually adopted. So that's what a retcon is. I know it's really confusing, and I know comic books are really confusing, and they don't help the situation by doing retcons, but what retcons allow for is alterations to the status quo, they allow for alterations to a character's history, and they allow you to work stuff in that wasn't already there. Otherwise, you would never be able to tell stories of a hero from when he was younger or when his past happened. That's how they do it. They retconned the history of the characters. Now, let's open up this box because the 3 of you guys who cared about me opening up this box are probably still here now that I've explained what a retcon is. So here it is. I'm really worried that I'm gonna slice my knee where I cut it when I did the bike ride. So I gotta be very careful because it's finally healing, guys. I'm finally feeling okay. So I don't wanna cut the boards either. Now, the way this works is I've been doing the udon stuff and I love the artwork that they do in Street Fighter. Well, I went to Anime Expo and they had the artist there, and the artist agreed to do doodles on each one of these boards and signed them. So, oh yeah, okay, so here's the Akuma board that we picked up. And let me pull the plastic off because he's already broken it anyway, and you guys can see. So here's Akuma with an Akuma artist drawing on here from the artist, and I can't remember his name. I'm gonna put it in the description down below along with a link to where you can order the next set of these they're coming out with. You can't get these boards anymore. They are officially sold out. Here is the Ryu board. Aha! Aha! For the record, I will never skateboard on these. I do skateboard, but I will never damage these. These look amazing. There's the Ryu artwork right there. Very carefully. Here is the Blanca board. This is sick. Yeah. So there's your Blanca for you Blanca fans. There's the custom art right there. Here is Blanca. My hand's on his face. And box go away. And here is the Chun-Li board. I think this one and the Ryu board. This one and this one are my two favorites. I know. I got it! I caught it! It was falling off! Natalie on the camera thought I was going to damage the board, but I'm not. So here, I think these two are my favorites. Then we've also got, here's your Blanca and your Akuma. Akuma's nice though. Akuma's really nice. Now, this is not a paid promotion at all. I paid full dollar for these, but I do love them enough that I'm going to link down below where they're going to put up the new San Diego Comic-Con editions that are coming out. But yeah, these things are awesome. And if you want to know more about the Street Fighter comic book line from Udon, I'll link our gaming channel down below where I'm just gonna put this right here. I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna link it down below so that you guys can go check out those videos. But that's it. That's what a Retcon is. Here's these amazing skateboards decks right here. I hope to help you understand. And if I didn't help you understand, let me know in the comments down below and be like, Benny, your explanation sucked. It's fine. Go ahead and say it. I won't be hurt at all. Won't be hurt at all. I'll see you guys on Twitter at Comicstorian and Instagram at Comicstorian. And on that note, I'll see you later.